Good day, viewers. It's I, NitroSilverNigel or NitroSilverNigel. Whatever you call me, it's all good. It's time for a Season 2 thing, and we're all good for OCs. Let's do it the correct way, and we must remember the overrule.
Attention. Please don't attempt to steal the images of OCs from this video. These images were commissioned and are not your property to copy. These artists have worked hard for this, and the OC owner as well. Please respect the content creators behind this video and any others. Also, do not attempt to illegally download the music from the episode. The musicians had worked hard to create such a great tune. If you need help, please contact the email below on screen. Thank you for your time for reading this and watching this video.
Hey, okay, we're here to do a moonwave. It's a scary thought to see a literal moonwave.
Still scared of the Majora's Mask moon?
Yeah, but now back to the show. This pony name is Moonwave. Her hometown is a small village on the very edge of Equestria called Snowmelt. It's presumably in the northern region, but it's so small that you can't even see it on the map. Her occupation was the former leader of the Equestria Rebellion. Now she resides in an artisan shop in the deserted peaks. Her relationship status is single and not looking to mingle, like ever. Moonwave was born to a fairly high-profile family on the very outskirts of Equestria. There was a diplomat and made sure to keep it under lock and key as to avoid becoming too spoiled with attention. In a way, I could say that they ensured that Moon was raised to be the next in line for this job. They lived modestly, only making outings to Prantalot for diplomatic missions. Her mother was a unicorn named Celine Song.
Celine means moon.
And her father was a alicorn named Winged Victory. As such, the young Moonwave had a lovely childhood. Whoa, this is amazing. For once, we have an OC without a tragic history.
Well, Season 2 is a different season from that of Season 1.
Well, you're right. Hey, what's your deal with the added lines in this episode?
It's easier to convey to the audience that we have a dynamic like this. In fact, let me do this one.
Moonwave, Nitrous Soul Spins, DeltaMX.
Sweet. Now back to the show. Again, Moonwave always had issues with the Equestrian royalty. Too hoity-toity they were with their palaces and their grand galas. In her eyes, royalty seemed to be too weak as well, like they were not fit to rule the nation. Young folk in her secluded village thought the same, and decided to band together to create a resistance called the Crystal Rebellion. Her rebellion was named the Crystal Rebellion because of her passion for crystals and very precious materials, such as precious metals. It only made sense to call it such since she loved the name of it, as it was small yet powerful. So powerful, in fact, they did pose a threat to Equestria despite the fact they were from a small village. Now that I think about that, that's very imposing how that happened. Moonwave was alicorn after all. She wasn't on a level playing field with the princesses. Oh my. However, that may sound good in theory, and looks good on paper, but doesn't actually work out in practice. Many failed attempts at attacks against the princesses themselves led to a ragtag band of rebels to be exiled to a snowy faraway mountain, abruptly dubbed a deserted peak. I feel like Saber Sparks now, only because I now see how hard alicorn OCs have in this fandom. Tragic. Therefore, the group of ponies took shelter as their leader began to build a small society inside of the mountain. They now live peacefully in the complicated networks of cave they dug into inside the peak, never to return to Equestria. Some say that the maze within the castle can turn some ponies to madness as they're not steeled to visit their leader, Moonwave. Now to the fun stuff, the personality traits. Moonwave is essentially a walking Canadian stereotype. Apologize for everything, will go out for the cold, wearing nothing, and drink a maple syrup straight out the bottle. Oh yeah, she has excellent leadership skills and be quite analytical. Moonwave is also stern, but can empathize with those ponies that she's close to. However, she has some major trust issues. At times, she is very reflective. Essentially, she has a type A personality. Her likes are being a leader.
We mean, it's kind of obvious given the whole rebellion leader thing.
Handcrafting things such as
baskets, jewelry, pottery, you name it, she's probably done it.
Moonwave also likes gems.
She finds quite a lot when her citizens dig out new tunnels.
She also has quite a collection in interior designing such as
it's not as easy as one would think to make a cold cave homey.
She finds seafood very tasteful,
as she grew up near the sea, so all of her seafood was fresh and good.
Her dislikes are the Equestrian royalty,
for all of the reasons mentioned earlier.
She dislikes pudding and pie, so loud noises, and as well unexpected physical contact. The kitty mark, which represents the unique ability to manipulate materials into metals or precious stones. Well, I was to look at this awesome OC. I'm wishing the best luck in their endeavors. Now it's time to end the video and I hope that you, the faithful viewer, had a good time watching. Now DJ, play us out!
The music of the video was provided by Doivas, a super fabulous brony musician, and the visual talents belong to Kimmy Dawn, a super sweet artist in the community. The second voice actor is me, DeltaMX. Please support them by going to their links in the video description.
I hope that you enjoyed the work that I did. Remember to smile.